This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
It is 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
Sydney Charles has new details about Israel's expanding ground war in Gaza.
A flood watch is in effect this morning. Mark has your forecast to help you get ready for the wet weather. But first, breaking news in West Central Spokane. This is a live look at Pettit Drive and Augusta. The intersection is closed for a death investigation. Police say a caller reported seeing a naked man in the street. Police say they responded to the scene and tried to render aid. He was pronounced dead. Major Crimes is investigating. That intersection will be closed during the investigation. We'll let you know more when we learn more.
We're learning more about what led to a police shooting and killing a suspected shoplifter in North Spokane at a Walmart on Sunday. The busy store was full of people who saw it all unfold. According to the Spokane Police Department, an officer working security called for backup before approaching that suspected shoplifter. Once the officers approached, a long physical fight followed. The Spokane Police Department says during the initial investigation, they discovered a loaded gun belonging to the suspect near where the fight took place. One witness says that she came out of the bathroom to see the suspect being tased on the ground right in front of her. She says the man continued to try to escape police even as he was repeatedly tased. You can find that full testimony right now under this story on KXLY.com.
The trial of former Pasco police officer Richard Aguirre resumes this morning. He is on trial for the first-degree murder of Ruby Doss in 1986. Doss's body was found in a vacant lot in East Spokane. So far, a former police detective and forensic officer have been called as witnesses. The defense argues evidence points to someone other than Aguirre.
When it comes to our forecast today and our first alert weather, and that first alert weather app would be great to have. The radar is busy. Yeah, we've got the rain showers coming through. While Spokane gets a bit of a break, there is more just to the west that's going to move over the top of us. So if we do see a break, it won't last long. Temperatures right now into the mid 40s for us. We have temperatures around 51 into Liberty Lake. Our day today is going to be rain filled. We're expecting to see an inch or more of rain by the time this thing is done for today. Our high today is going to be 48.
Well, that snow that we got this weekend is melting and it's causing some pretty big puddles. That's why the city of Spokane is asking people to try and clear the snow on top of storm drains. If not, it not only clears the road, but it also helps prevent a giant patch of ice from forming around it.
Spokane's largest homeless shelter could close its doors if the city does not select an operator by the end of the year. Right now, the Salvation Army operates the Trent Resource and Assistance Center, also known as TRAC. But that contract is set to expire at the end of the month. The city council was supposed to vote last night on a contract that would allow the Salvation Army to operate the shelter through April of 2024 for $3.2 million. The council announced the new vote, and that'll take place during a special meeting that will be held on December 14th. Mayor-elect Lisa Brown has been critical of the TRAC shelter, but says it's important it stays open, especially as winter approaches.
Meanwhile, the Salvation Army of Spokane has opened its family emergency shelter. Leaders of the nonprofit say they've been seeing record numbers of families needing a safe place to stay. The Salvation Army says it's a bit short for funding for the shelter, but the need was so great that it decided to open the shelter anyway. There are 11 studio units at the family emergency shelter. The Salvation Army says families with kids who are experiencing homelessness can stay here for up to 90 days. If you'd like to donate or find out more information about this assistance, you can head to our website, KXLY.com.
And we're following new details on Israel's war with Hamas. Israel's defense minister sitting down with ABC News off camera this morning, saying he believes the war will last at least another 2 months. He says Israeli military leaders increasingly concede that killing all of Hamas's estimated 30,000 fighters will be impossible, adding that their goal is to break the chain of command, having already killed 40% of battalion leaders. Israel says it will only consider another pause in the fighting if Hamas returns the 15 women and 2 children still in its custody. The latest details on the war is coming up next on Good Morning America.
Well, it's never been easier for anyone to get their own Narcan free of charge. Idaho's Panhandle Health District just added 2 brand new Narcan vending machines to our area. You can find these machines inside the St. Vincent de Paul shelter in Coeur d'Alene and at the Shoshone County Fire District. These machines are available to anyone in the community, even if you're coming from Spokane or other parts of Washington.
Lots of pets are getting in the holiday spirit. We'd love to see yours. Send us your pictures to KXLY.com/holidaypets. We will choose one submission to win a $200 Amazon gift card courtesy of our friends at BECU. We'll be back to wrap things up with a final check of weather coming up right after this quick commercial break.